is called the Loaded Die, but he's not into gambling, rather board games, that is. Joining me this morning is Kyle Sweeney to tell us all about Tabletop Day and a very special event that takes place this weekend.
Yeah, Amy, this weekend at the Rust Belt Market in Ferndale at the corner of Woodward and 9 Mile, we are celebrating internationally board games, tabletop games of all kinds. We're going to have door prizes, food will be on hand, and hopefully hundreds of people with hundreds of games having a great time.
I love it, and I love that these are making a comeback because I know my family like to turn the TV off, sit down together as a family, and actually play a board game. Of course, I have a 5-year-old, so we're playing those children's games. But tell us about some of the new games that are out right now. You know, we've heard of Monopoly and the old school ones, but some cool new ones out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have their mind made up about board games, but they don't really realize that there are a lot of new games out, like Concept, which is kind of charades the board game. So if inevitably in your group there's somebody that doesn't like to get up and dance around in front of people for charades, you can play Concept, where you try and convey the main concept of, say, if I wanted to convey an animal, I would go on to describe that animal with different colors, shapes, sizes, etc., etc.
So you do it on the board and not acting it out.
Yeah, you do it on the board without acting it out, and it's really impressive. Sometimes you can get, long movie titles or sayings like "put your foot in your mouth" is a really fun one to do. And then when you run out of suggestions, you could pair it with your favorite trivia game like Harry Potter trivia and go through all of the different Harry Potter characters and try to get people to guess what's on your mind.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How about the Sushi Go? What's this?
Sushi Go is a great game, and actually your 5-year-old isn't too far off from being able to play it. You want to create the most delicious sushi meal that you can in kind of a pick and pass style gameplay.
Okay.
So if you wanted to put pudding on your plate, you could do so, squid nigiri and tempura shrimp, etc. There's a strategy in passing the cards around and picking exactly what you need, but it's really simple because the victory points are very small and easy to count.
Right, so let's move along here to the left side of the table. What do we have here?
These are some games that are a little bit more for game nights for maybe 8-year-olds, 12 and up, and then I play with couples for game night. We'll have other couples over to hang out and play some awesome board games. In pandemic, you're trying to save the world from viruses overtaking. You play as the CDC, and you need to get to ground zero, or the patient zero, and knock out the virus before it can spread. In Power Grid, you're trying to have the most competitive Power Grid. So it looks a little bit like the map. It's the map of the United States, and you need to compete. There's an economic aspect to it. A lot of fun, and it's shorter than Monopoly. There's auctions. There's a lot of player interaction, and it gets people around the table playing.
What do the people you talk to get out of this? And is it bringing that social interaction back instead of doing it via phone?
Big time. People, when you play a board game, our goal is I want a board game so good that people don't want to look at their phone. And so when I hear people say, oh, I have trouble, parents with their kids, I have trouble, they won't put their phone down or what have you. I say, if you bring this out and play it with them, they won't want to look at their phone. You don't
probably
need
didn't like it when I walked over here looking at my phone.
Oh, you're Amy Andrews. That's totally
Oh, you're sweet. All right, let's talk again about the event at Rust Belt this weekend.
Yes, at the Rust Belt Market on Woodward and 9 Mile. You can find me at the Loaded Die on Facebook, and you can link to the event through that page.
And you're always there, right?
Yes, always at the Rust Belt.
If they don't come out to the event this weekend, maybe they have something else planned?
Right.
Loaded Die is in-house, right?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much, Kyle. Very interesting.
Amy.
All right, straight ahead on the 9, a new product from Volvo to keep the bicycle and motorcycle riders in your life safe.